Hello once again, Star Wars and Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. And before we get to our unboxing today, we do want to talk a little bit about the HasLab Back the Barge campaign. And we've talked about this in a few previous episodes where Hasbro is getting ready to produce the Jabba sail barge vintage packaging 4-foot sail barge playset. This thing is massive, and they have just recently uploaded videos of the full paint scheme, or at least a sample of what the paint scheme could look like. They need 5,000 backers. There are now 5 days, at the time of the recording of this video, there are 5 days left to get in on this. I have made my reservation, and quite a few other people are. I think at the last I looked at it, it was at 4,200 and a few, give or take a few, are over 4,200. So there's only 800 backers needed for 5 days to go. And honestly, it went up a huge jump in the past day. It went up like 300 in the last 24 hours. So I'm hoping that Hasbro sees this and sees the interest, and I hope that we can get over that threshold very soon. It's going to be real close though, folks. It's going to be real close. For anybody out there, if you have it within your budget, please consider it. Keep in mind that if this is more than just about the barge, okay? This is something that people need to understand. If they don't get the backing that they need on this, they may not ever offer it again. And they may not offer anything again. And if they do get the backing that they need, not only will they offer it and make this happen, but they might make other things happen, things that are more expensive or even less expensive. It all depends on what kind of interest that they can gauge in this product. So if you have by any means the means to do this, back the barge. Okay, you can go to HasLab. If you just type in Jabba sail barge in Google, and it'll probably come up. You can check websites like rebelscum.com or JediTempleArchives.com, and they'll direct you to it. So back to our unboxing. So I received this a little while ago, and a few weeks ago we did an episode with Grand Moff Tarkin from Hot Toys. And this one is the other one that came in the mail with that one, and this was Princess Leia, I believe. But which Princess Leia? Well, let's take a look and see. This is the Hoth Princess Leia. Really cool outfit. Probably my favorite outfit of all of the outfits that Carrie Fisher wore in all three of the original trilogy. Although I have to say, a close second, believe it or not, would be her Force Awakens outfit. I thought that was really a nice, kind of a throwback to the kind of military leader that she kind of is or was. So this is, of course, her winter outfit, okay, with the coat, snowsuit. Okay, with some nice bells and whistles on it. So let's get this baby open. Okay. Oh, gotta hand it to Hot Toys. What a fantastic display piece. Just like this. It's unbelievable. The art that they can put together. And I gotta say, I'm taking a look at it now, but the way they photograph this toy, it's amazing. The likeness. The way they're able to capture it with 3D printing or whatever. It's just amazing. So, and of course, like every other Hot Toys or Sideshow figure, these items come with quite a few bells and whistles and different ways to do it. We will see what we decide we want to do. Let's just kind of open it up first and see what we have. All right. It looks like this one we have extra. One more time, we have our extra things, okay? Yeah, like even her hair, like the side bangs or whatever are, the detail is just incredible. Unbelievable what they are able to accomplish these days. And again, I did this with the Grand Moff Tarkin. I kind of showed it a comparison to the figure that the figure that Hasbro created. And again, nothing against Hasbro. I very much appreciate when Hasbro did the collector series and all the stuff that it was doing. I very much appreciated it. But nonetheless, it was still, basic stuff that just didn't have the same comparison. All right. So this it has a nice base. I note the snowy background on the base. I like that. Nice touch. Okay. I always forget, to be honest with you. I forget if I'm purchasing the regular edition or the special edition. I honestly can never remember, because you got to remember, we order these things. Oh my goodness, we order them something like. This one just pops in there. We order these things a year in advance, so a lot of times things happen. It's like, whoa, what happened? So Leia comes with a couple of different things. I'm just going to kind of put them on display here. She's got her goggles, that she's holding up, and she's doing stuff with like this little gun. So you can include that. I think I'm not going to right now. At some point I might. All these extra bells and whistles that they come with are great. They have this, of course, her gas mask when they are looking for Minox. Not a big fan of that. I mean, it blocks her face, and this face is. I'll get some close-ups here. Yeah, I'll insert them here. The face is absolutely stunning. Straight ahead, it looks a little weird, so it's good to look at it from an angle. The angle is just crazy. All right, and then lastly, the last accessory it comes with is the blaster, the Rebel blaster, which I am definitely going to choose. But in order to do that, I have to. All right, I have to make sure that I. Oh wow, they even give you an option for gloves or no gloves. I'm going to go with gloves. All right, but you know what this means? This means I have to take off the hand, replace it with another hand. All right, let's just see. Before I get too crazy on this, I just want to. I've mentioned in previous episodes that that's my one beef, and it's not a very big beef. It's just a minor feedback for Sideshow. Not that I think they're going to be able to see this, but I just want them to be aware that this element of their collectible, high-end collectible thing could use some improvement. That's all I'm saying. All right, so I got this. I think I got it in the right way. Wow. Okay, that was improvement. That seemed to work without much struggle. Okay, got it like this. Get her hand holding the other end. All right, and let's put her there. I'm gonna raise this up here a little bit, and then get her there. All right, let me get this all out of the way. So, Princess Leia from Empire Strikes Back. A favorite among Star Wars fans. Why? Because she wasn't your typical princess. I think that was part of it too. I mean, growing up, I remember thinking, you got to understand from the 40-somethings in the audience, they can attest to this. Before Star Wars, when you heard the word princess, you had no other course but to think about other than a Disney princess, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White. These were the princesses that you heard about. But Leia Organa was a different type of princess. And when we see her, the first thing we saw was her grabbing a blaster, mouthing off to Luke. Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper? Or mouthing off to Vader earlier than that. Blowing a hole in to actually save the rescuers who were trying to save her. I mean, then what does she do when she gets back? She goes right to the command center and does not try to escape the planet, knowing that the Death Star is on its way. And then when they were victorious and they go to the Empire Strikes Back, what do? She's leading the troops. She's not, they called her General Leia in The Force Awakens, but she was serving that kind of a role in Empire Strikes Back. There she was, right in there in the trenches, literally in the trenches with their groups. last one out. Was hanging out there with the whole destroyed base. Han had to basically drag her, out. So that's a different type of princess. That's not what we as kids understood to be a princess, and it was educational to all of us. We understood that a princess can be many different things, and Carrie Fisher, rest her soul, was an amazing actress to just add that awesome special character, that special persona, that special twinkle, if you will, to make it so interesting. And to this day, as pop culture, I can't think of too many other, there are a lot of women in pop culture now, but when you go back 40 years, there were very few. You can basically think of Uhura from Star Trek and Leia Organa, Princess Leia from the Star Wars original trilogy. So her outfit is essentially the vest, puffy vest, and basically what is essentially a white snowsuit. She's got a couple of what George Lucas affectionately called greeblies on the side here, and a rank insignia badge. But other than that, it's pretty simple. She's holding the gun. Again, you have the options of the gas mask or the goggles. Maybe I'll take some photos with that. But essentially, that is the options that you have with this figure. So really awesome one, awesome figure. Be careful with the hair. I think the hair is just sculpted, but it looks very real. It's kind of interesting. The Hot Toys does an amazing job. It's so funny because, as I've mentioned in previous episodes, when Sideshow Collectibles did things, it was incredible. But then Hot Toys came in and made it even more realistic. It's freaky that how well they do. But again, just don't look at it straight on. Looking at it straight on is like going to like a wax museum and seeing like Madame Tussauds wax museum and seeing like celebrities. When you look right at them, there's something lifeless. But when you look off to the side, it looks real. So position it so it's not looking straight on, looking off to the side. That'd be my only suggestion. So there you go, Princess Leia from The Empire Strikes Back, Battle of Hoth, and an awesome figure. Once again, knocking it out of the park. Hot Toys, they never not knock it out of the park. It's just amazing what they do. So it's roughly a $250, $260 figure. Okay, to me that number is just at the threshold of acceptable. Once you start getting past into the 300, 400, 500s, that's just too harsh for me to often pull the trigger. Sometimes I do, but not all the time, just on certain things. But this one might have been a little bit less because it didn't have any armor. It didn't have, it wasn't as much plastic. It wasn't as much cloth. It was a smaller, more petite figure. So it's probably a little bit less. But that'll do it for this episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram at Darth Tuba. Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing page on Facebook. Email me darthtuba77@gmail.com if you have any questions, or you can just leave comments. A few people asking when the next giveaway is. It's coming. It's got to give me a little bit of time. I might have to wait until I get to the summer just to work a few things out. But we're trying to build up our subscribers too. So thank you so much. We will get another episode out very soon. Until then, may the Force be with you.